return to CBS Elite XC Saturday Night Fights this Saturday.
Here it comes from the Bob Barker Studio at CBS in Hollywood. Television's most exciting hour of fantastic prizes. The fabulous 60-minute Price is Right. Patricia Pasquale, come on down. Joseph DeBacco, come on down. Angela DeVries, come on down. And Pierre Dowles, come on down. You are the first four contestants on The Price is Right. And now, here is the star of The Price is Right, Drew Carey.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to The Price is Right. Right here at CBS Television City. Hi, Rich Fields. How you doing? Good luck to the four of you. Hello to the crowd. Rich, what's our first item up for bids today on The Price is Right?
Drew, how about a new motorcycle? This Honda CMX 250 Rebel motorcycle comes with a 234cc air-cooled engine and 5-speed transmission.
All right, and that lovely motorcycle will go to the one of you who bids closest to the actual retail price without going over. Patricia, what do you bid for that motorcycle?
$3,500.
$3,500. Joseph?
$3,420.
$3,420, says Joseph. Angela?
What do you say?
It's $3,500 and $3,420.
$3,421.
$3,421. Pierre?
$2,850.
$2,850. And the actual retail price is $3,199. Pierre, that's you, buddy. Pierre, right over here, bud. Congratulations. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Feeling great? Pierre, you should feel great. Where are you from?
Louisiana, best stop Louisiana.
Louisiana. You should feel great today, Pierre. Today is your luckiest day you've ever had in your life because we are playing Golden Road. Golden Road. Golden Road today. We're going to start out with these little simple can of candy sprinkles right here. And that can of candy sprinkles is going to lead us down the Golden Road to that prize right over there where Gabrielle is.
It's a new digital piano. The German-engineered Eurogrand digital piano blends hand craftsmanship with state-of-the-art technology to recreate rich concert hall tone. The black lacquer finish adds a touch of class to any decor. Behringer, just listen.
All right. Thank you, Gabrielle. And then that piano is going to lead you down the Golden Road to another prize right over here.
It's a sleeper sofa. Turn your living room into a guest room with this Queen Sleeper sofa from Broyhill. Its casual and versatile design is perfectly suited to any decor from Broyhill.
From Broyhill. Thank you, Brandy. And Pierre, you know, that Golden Road game, we always have a fantastic prize at the end of the Golden Road. Today, at the end of the Golden Road, we have a prize worth over $94,000. Show them what it is.
Pierre, take a look. It's a new motorhome. The Winnebago Vista 32K motorhome is 33 feet long and comes with standard equipment plus patio awning, rear view mirror system, deluxe painted graphics, and DVD players with 2 LCD monitors.
It's beautiful. I was hanging out inside of there before they introduced me. Pierre, that's a really nice. I'm going to start out with this these sprinklers, this little jar of sprinkles, call them sprinklers. Sprinkles, 93 cents. That's what they cost. Follow me. We're on our way to the piano. Down the Golden Road. Actually, Golden Discs. Pretend it's a road. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Don't break your mother's back, whatever you do. Here we are at the digital piano. It's something 60. Is it 960 or 360? And if you're right, we'll continue down the golden road.
9.
9 is the missing number. $960. Yes, it is. You got yourself a piano. Piano and some sprinkles. So far today, you're doing pretty good. A piano and some sprinkles. Follow me down the golden road to the sofa. This is 1-something-79. The missing number is the 9, a 6, or a 0. What do you think?
6.
6. He says the missing number is 6. If you're right, we're going to go down the golden road to the $94,000 motorhome. 6. There it is. Pierre, follow me, buddy. Follow me. Here we are. Look at that trailer. Over $94,000. Let's see what it is. 94,000 something 35. The missing number is a 1, a 6, a 7, or a 9. You give us the right number and it's all yours.
I'll go with 6 again.
He's going 6 again. Oh boy. This is for big money, man. You ready? Here comes a 6. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, buddy. Hey, you got yourself a couch, piano, some sprinkles. You did okay. You did okay. Pierre did all right. We'll be right back with more Price is Right after this. Don't go away.
Meet me, Meg. I've got osteoporosis, but I'm an on-the-go kind of woman. So when my doctor told me about Reclast, the once-a-year IV osteoporosis treatment that can help protect me while I'm on the go for an entire year, it had Meg written all over it. My doctor said once-a-year Reclast can help re-strengthen my bones to help make them resistant to fracture for 12 months. The thing about Reclast is no other osteoporosis treatment is approved to help protect from fracture in more places. Hip, spine, even other bones.
You should not take Reclast if you're on Zometa, have low blood calcium, kidney problems, or you're pregnant, plan to become pregnant, or nursing. Take calcium and vitamin D daily. Tell your doctor if you develop severe muscle, bone, or joint pain, or if you have dental problems, as rarely job problems have been reported. The most common side effects include flu-like symptoms, fever, muscle or joint pain, and headache.
Ask your doctor about Reclast, year-long protection for on-the-go women.
Thought you said you'd never whiten your teeth. Who said I'm just whitening?
Introducing new Crest White Strips Daily Whitening Plus Tartar Protection. The first 5-minute strip that goes beyond whitening. It gives you a clean, dentist-smooth feel and protects against daily tartar buildup.
Tartar protection just got beautiful.
New Crest White Strips Daily Whitening Plus Tartar Protection.
All right, welcome back, Rich Fields. Who's next, please?
Drew, that's going to be Kaylee Taylor. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Watch out, here she comes down the aisle. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Kaylee. What's the next item up for bids, please?
It's relaxing pool and beach lounges. Cool off in style with this collection of pool and beach lounges from Sports Stuff, featuring cup holders and custom tropical graphics. You'll be sure to catch attention while catching some Z's from Sports Stuff.
All right, thank you, Gabrielle. Kaylee, what do you bid for all that?
15.
$15?
1500.
1500, okay. Patricia,
1250.
1250. And Joseph,
I'm going to say 1220.
1220. Angela,
$1.
$1. Angela says $1. Actual retail price, $810. Angela, we're already playing our second game of the day.
Hey.
Seems like we've been here forever. Kidding around. We're having a fast-paced, exciting game. I'm glad you guys are here. Rich, what do we have for Angela?
Angela, take a look. It's a new barrel sauna. Presenting the Barrel Sauna from Almost Heaven Saunas, manufactured in the mountains of West Virginia. This truly unique freestanding sauna is milled from clear red cedar and built with solid construction that can be used inside or out.
Thank you, Brandy and Fire. Of course, Angela, you know, there ain't no sauna like a barrel sauna because a barrel sauna just don't stop. We're playing a game called Flip Flop. the price is not $52.54 for the barrel sauna. No, you have to flip the first part to make it $25.54, flop the second part to make it $52.45, or flip the first part and flop the second part to make it $25.45. So you flip, flop, or flip, flop, and hopefully you get the right price. Angela's reaching. Oh, is that okay? There you go. Flops. She flops. The second one. Angela, you're just flopping. Okay, and you're done. Just flopping.
Yes. Flip.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 54, 52.45, please. There you go. You're a winner. Angela's a winner. We'll be right back with more Price is Right after this. Don't go away.
If you're over 65, have diabetes, and are on Medicare, you may qualify for a free meter and cookbook offer from Liberty Medical.
You know, there are still some people who don't know that the cost of their diabetes testing supplies may be covered by Medicare. Well, if you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, your testing supplies may be covered. Here's how it works. Liberty is a Medicare participating provider. They bill Medicare and your insurance company. You pay nothing up front. Your testing supplies are delivered right to your door and no charge for shipping. You have nothing to worry about because when it's time to reorder, Liberty will remind you.
Call now to see if you qualify for your free meter.
Call Liberty Medical. They can help you live a better life.
Call today for your free meter. Plus, get a free diabetic cookbook when you join Liberty.
Call 1-800-641-6563.
Attention, all Medicare beneficiaries who need assistance getting around their homes. There is a Medicare benefit that may qualify you for a new power chair or scooter at little to no cost to you. Imagine one scooter or power chair that could improve your mobility and your life. One Medicare benefit that, with private insurance, may entitle you to pay little to nothing to own it. One company that can make it all happen.
Your power chair will be paid in full.
The Scooter Store.
Hi, I'm Dan Weston. We're experts at getting you the scooter or power chair you need. In fact, if we pre-qualify you for Medicare reimbursement and Medicare denies your claim, we'll give you your new power chair or scooter free.
I didn't pay a penny out of pocket for my power chair. With help from the Scooter Store, Medicare and my insurance covered it all.
Call the Scooter Store for free information today.
Call 1-800-565-9560 for free information. That number again is 1-800-565-9560.
Wait, I have to get this stuff on my mom's list. While I'm gone, no junk food.
Real cheese? Zero trans fat? Shopping's easy.
Tasty Hot Pockets brand sandwiches. You'll love them. So will your kids.
Hot Pockets! All this week, get carried away. The Sex and the City stars are here. Charlotte, Samantha, and yes, Carrie. All this week on The Early Show.
It's the one show,
William Shakespeare,
where fake celebrities team up with real people.
I feel a little starstruck.
To win $1 million. $1 Million Password premieres Sunday on CBS.
Welcome back, everybody. Rich Fields.
Yes, sir.
We're missing a contestant somehow. We can't play the game without one more guy.
That's weird that way. All right, let's call Angel Figueroa. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Angel. Oh, he even has his come on down shirt on. What a coincidence. You're wearing a come on down shirt and you get to come on down. What's the next item up for bids, please?
It's a handsome clock. This handsome clock gives you the time and date and features raised brush gold numerals.
Raised brush gold numerals. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Gabrielle and Brandy. Angel, what do you bid for that?
$250, Drew.
$250. And Kaylee?
1,000.
1,000. Patricia?
150.
150. And Joseph?
140.
140. And the actual retail price is $1,600. Kaylee, how about that? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. My mom was here 30 years ago. She
Really?
won a car, yeah.
30 years ago?
30 years ago, my mother was here.
Well, we got something to show your mom today, don't we, Rich?
Kaylee, it's a chance to win up to $10,000 in cash.
Kayla. Come right over here. Playing a game called the Grand Game. Once you go and move those zeros all the way down, so it's just $1. Starts at $1, and let's see the target price today, $7.25. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items here. 4 of them are priced under $7.25. All you have to do is tell us the 4 that are priced under $7.25. Rich, tell us about the items.
Okay, Drew. First, Gold Bond First Aid Cream, the quick fix for almost every itch. Hot Pockets have cheese baked into the crust for a crispy, cheesy taste with 0 grams trans fat. Keep your house sparkling with the regular use of a cleaner. Dr. Scholl's Freeze Away removes warts fast with as few as 1 treatment, use as directed. New Aspercream Heat Gel, fast-acting, long-lasting relief for minor arthritis and joint pain, use as directed. And enjoy the clean mint flavor of pre-brush mouth rinse.
All right, Kaylee. 4 items. Extra retail price of 4 items is under $7.25. Tell me the first one.
The pizza snack.
Hot Pockets. That's got to be under $7.25. $2.49. You're up to $10.
The white.
Clorox wipes under $7.25. $5.49. Up to $100. You like how I peeked in there? I just peeked a little bit just to see. You're up to $100.
The mouthwash.
Going up to $1,000. If the mouthwash is under $7.25. Oh, I can't even look. I don't know how much is it. $7.99. Kaylee, I'm so sorry. Thanks for playing. Showcase Showdown is coming up next. Don't go away.
This is Ocean Spray Light. It has the same great taste as our regular juice, but with 2/3 less sugar. You should try it.
Well, I have.
You should keep trying it.
Ocean Spray Light. Light on sugar, big on cranberry.
No. Yeah. No, with the shots out.
The fastest starting camera of its kind is here.
Yes, it's happening right
The
now.
new Nikon Coolpix S600.
I don't know why. No, they don't think I know.
Its speed makes it amazing. Its lens makes it a Nikon. The new Nikon S600.
I'll send you copies.
Get your pics onto Ashton's Nikon at ashtonscoolpix.com and check out the new Nikon P80 with an 18x zoom.
License, registration, and insurance.
Something wrong, officer?
And your AARP card.
Yeah, here you go. Is there a problem?
Sure is. You belong to AARP, but you don't have their auto insurance from the Hartford. With this insurance, you're spending way too much.
Oh, but I'm already getting a good deal from my insurance company.
Is there a program designed for drivers age 50 and over?
Somebody does that?
Yep, AARP. Their auto insurance program could save you money and give you benefits you'll rarely find anywhere else. If I were you, I'd call them now.
Millions of AARP members have already called about the AARP Auto Insurance Program. They're saving $350 when they switch, and you can too. Just call this number now and ask for your free rate quote. You'll enjoy special benefits created exclusively for AARP members. Not an AARP member? Not a problem. Give us a call.
Call 1-800-206-6415. You'll also get this free calculator. Call now.
Graduates' little entrees are a nutritious solution when I don't have a pan to cook in.
Graduates from Gerber. Steady nutrition for a wobbly world.
Closed captioning paid for in part by the following.
When playtime starts, he's there when you need him. Quaker granola bars. Many with 25% less sugar. Every day should be this good.
All right, welcome back. Angela, congratulations. You are our biggest winner so far in the first half. So you know what that means?
I spin last.
You get to spin last, yes. A lot of people think they're stuck spinning last, but I prefer to say you get to spin last. As a privilege. Pierre, you were so close coming down the Golden Road. Got yourself a piano, some sprinkles. Yeah! I keep saying sprinklers because when you're baking a cake, you go hand me the sprinklers and you put them on. But you're gonna spin second. I'm wasting a lot of time. Kaylee, you're gonna spin first because you seem so close. Come on over here and spin the wheel. Come over here and spin the wheel. That mouthwash rinse was expensive. Want to say hi to anybody?
Huh?
Want to say hi to anybody?
Mom! Hi, my fiance Jason. I love you, baby!
It was almost 85, but you were saying I love you, and it went to 30. You want to keep it or spin again? Keep it or spin. You can't go over $1. All right, you spin it again. 70 cents or less, everybody. You want 70 cents or less. Can't go over $1. Can't go over $1. Wow, it's making it all the way around. Come on, 65. No, 60 cents. Good luck with your 60 cents, Kaylee. Pierre, all you got to do is beat 60 cents. That's all you got to do. And Pierre's on his way. All you got to do is beat 60 cents. He's got himself so far a motorcycle, a couch, a piano. Your home's almost furnished already.
That's right.
Okay, here we go. Almost 60, 60, 60. Going to 30. Wow, 30 cents is the number today. Go ahead, Pierre. We got 30 cents on the brain today. You want to say hi to anybody?
I want to say hi to my family back in Louisiana, and I want to say hi to everyone at Amity Foundation. Thank you for letting me come today. Yeah!
All right, there you go. All the guys from Amity Foundation back there in the crowd. God bless you. Thanks for being here. 30 cents, 75, could be $1. Nope. 75 cents. Pierre, go on. You're over there. Kaylee, thanks for playing. 75 cents, Angela. You got to beat 75 cents. Go ahead. Give it a spin whenever you're ready. He's looking strong so far. We're having a weird day with the 30 cents. You want to say hello to anybody?
Yeah, Caroline and Mark, back at home.
Okay, there you go. Friends back at home. There's 30 cents of her magic 30. Nope. A dime, even better. Spin again. You got to get to 75 cents. The wheel is not being kind on the first spins today. 10 cents. You got to get to at least 65, no more than 90. But need at least 65, not more than 90. 90 would be great. $1 on the nose. Angela, you got $1 on the nose. Congratulations.
I'm a thousandaire.
Yeah, you're a thousandaire. That's hilarious. Look at her shirt. Look at her shirt. Her shirt says, "Make me a thousandaire." Congratulations, you're a thousandaire. You just won $1,000 by getting $1 on the nose. I'm just going to adjust it just like this. You get one more spin. Besides winning a $1,000 bonus, you get to spin again. It has to go all the way around. If it doesn't go all the way around, it doesn't count, so make sure it goes all the way around. If it lands on the 5 or the 15, you get an extra $5,000 in addition to the 1,000 just won. If it lands on the $1, you get an extra $10,000. Give it a spin. See what happens. There goes Angela. There's the spin. Oh, we're looking for $10,000. Slow down. Oh, it's going to just overshoot it, but you got an extra $1,000. You're going to the showcase. Angela's going to the showcase. You want a ticket? You want to be a winner like Angela? Here's what you do.
If you want to see the prices right in person and have a chance to be a contestant, call 800-852-8909 for ticket information. Have ready the day you wish to come and the number of tickets you need. That's 800-852-8909. So come on down. Back to you, Drew.
All right, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Let me tell you about a very important phone call I made. When I got my Medicare card, I realized I needed an AARP Medicare Supplement insurance card too.
One simple call gave me the chance to talk with a personal health insurance advisor
who answered all my questions about Medicare supplement plans.
If you're already on or eligible for Medicare, call now to find out how an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan, insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company, helps you pay some of the 20% of your medical expenses not covered by Medicare Part B. That can save you thousands of dollars. These are the only Medicare supplement insurance plans exclusively endorsed by AARP, a name you trust. When you call now, we'll send you this free information kit, plus this free guide to understanding Medicare.
I can keep my own doctor and choose my own hospital.
and I don't need a referral to see a specialist.
Call 1-800-381-4494 now. A personal health insurance advisor is waiting.
You can't ask me to just stand by and watch my son be used.
Pushing them apart might bring them closer together.
She is the center of my universe.
And she's fighting her feelings.
I think Nick is the right man for Bridget.
And is she the right woman for him?
But for how long? The Bold and the Beautiful, weekdays, CBS Daytime. They've come from across America for a chance at fame and fortune. And they've brought their owners along too.
Who let
The search is on for the greatest American dog.
He pees and poos on command.
Who has the talent? Who has the personality?
His favorite music is Josh Groban.
Who has the good looks?
Smile for the camera.
To win a real dog-eat-dog contest. The dog days of summer are here. The greatest American dog. Coming to CBS July 10th.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're at the greatest game show in the history of television, 36 years of excitement. Endersfields, we need one more person to join us to keep going.
All right, Drew, here they come. It's Zobel Stevens. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
All right. Campbell, welcome to the show. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Campbell. Isabel? Isabel, nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Her shirt says, "Ask me anything."
No,
Isabel, what's the square root of pi, Isabel?
It just holds my hair down.
Oh, is it? Okay, good. Okay, well, welcome to the show. Rich, what's our next item up for bids, please?
It's fun tailgating equipment. Tailgating parties are more fun with deluxe gear like Coleman's stylish, powerful road trip grill, Outfitter kitchen, portable water heater, retro steel cooler, table and chairs, all from Coleman, the tailgating expert.
Coleman, the tailgating experts. Thank you, Fire. Isabel, what do you bid for that?
$600.
$600? All right, thank you. Patricia?
$3,000.
$3,000. And Joseph?
$800.
$800. And Angel?
$2,000.
$2,000. All righty. Actual retail price is $890. Joseph. Come on over here, Joseph, in your brown shirt. Sporting the Cleveland Browns today. Way to go, man. Nice to see you. How you doing? How you doing? Come here, stand right over here. Stand right over here. Are you from Cleveland?
Yes, sir.
Born in what part of Cleveland?
Mentor. It's like 20 miles east.
I know exactly where Mentor is. Since you're from Homeboy and you got your brown shirt on, here's what we got for you.
A lovely dinette set, a shave ice machine, and new golf equipment. First, from Montgomery Ward, this elegant dinette set from the Devon Dining Collection features an expandable pedestal-based table with a rope trim apron design, sure to fit any decor from Wards.com. Second, make delicious snow cones for the whole family any time of the year using this fun-looking ice shaver wagon. Includes ice machine and several different flavored concentrates. And finally, a complete set of Infinity golf clubs with a matching tour bag and a Shure irons featuring the Co-Titanium driver, impart less side spin on impact for straighter and longer shots from Infinity Golf. Drew?
All right, thank you, Rich. Joseph, we're playing a game called One Wrong Price. We have prices in web. Gabrielle's over there by the net set. We have that at $1,238. We have the snow cone machine by Brandy at $4,105. And we have the golf clubs over by Fire at $1,170. One of those prices is completely wrong. The other two are right. You tell us the wrong price, and you get all three prizes.
I'm going to say the snow cone machine.
He says the snow cone machine is not $4,105. Brandy, when I say three, you're going to show them if that's anything other than $4,105, you're going golfing and having a nice dinette set along with your snow cones. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes! Did a great job. Way to go. Way to go, Joseph. Joseph from Mentor. More Prices games coming up in the second half of The Price is Right. Don't go away.
Next on Talk of the Town, a lesson in lingerie. Find out what you need to wear under every outfit to look great. Plus the recipe for shrimp bruschetta, win tickets to a hilarious Broadway play, and how to get on a reality show singing and performing jingles at 11.
Surfing for an affordable family getaway? Atlanta's City Lights Southern Nights are just a short drive away. Click on Atlanta.net to find family fun for all. From whale-watching penguin lovers to thrill-seeking coaster riders. From mountain climbing laser lovers to big league baseball buffs. And a pause that refreshes everyone. Get away for less with the MVP Pack. 5 Atlanta attractions for just $89. And a free Georgia Dream Pass for statewide member benefits. It's all at Atlanta.net.
Turned out good.
Bluebell, a good way to end any day. New Southern hospitality, like a trip to the Old South. Sorry, airfare not included.
Thanks for making News Channel 5 #1 all day yesterday.
With host Regis Philbin. Premiere Sunday on CBS.
All right, welcome back. Everybody, Rich Fields. Who's next?
Drew, that's going to be John Kirch-Gesnes. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
John, watch out. Here comes John. Coming down the aisle, coming around the corner, and down the aisle. Welcome to the show, John. Nice to have you. Welcome to the show. Good luck to you. What's the next item up for bids, please?
A fun table tennis package. The Butterfly Table Tennis Package, including rackets and balls from the Martin Kilpatrick Company, combines durability with a beautiful wood finish from Butterfly.
All right, thank you, Fire and Gabrielle. Fantastic table tennis players, each of you. John, what do you bid for that?
Bid $650.
$650. Just like throwing a dart. Like throwing a dart. Angel, what do you bid?
$651.
$651 already. Isabel. 300 said Isabel and Patricia.
$652.
$652. Oh. Angel learns a cold, hard lesson on Contestants Row. Man, that's a lesson you'll never forget. Actual retail price, $678. Patricia. Good over, Patricia. Wow. Poor Angel didn't even see you coming, did he? Yeah. What do we have for Patricia today?
It's a new snowmobile. The Yamaha Venturelight Snowmobile offers a large protective windshield, a wide plush seat with hand and thumb warmers for your riding comfort.
With thumb warmers, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard of. Thanks, Brandy. Patricia comes with thumb warmers, so your thumbs never get cold while you're snowboarding. It's fantastic. Now, we're playing a game called the Range Game. You see this little red area here? That's a $150 range. This is all money. It goes from $7,800 right now to $7,930. They're just below $7,800 to $7,930. And it's going to start going up in a second. We have a guy from Union 33 here. Say wave hello. Just like around. There he goes. Hey. It's not magic, folks. It's just muscle. Turning a crank. And he's going to make this little thing go up, 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 up. And when you see the price of the snowmobile get inside this red range here, you're going to hit the button and stop it. And if you're right, you win the snowmobile. You ready?
Right. Okay, ready.
Okay, here we go. Patricia's a medical student at UC Irvine. Oh, UCI? Okay, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I'm interrupting her while she concentrates. It's all the way up to 8,080, 8,090, 8,130 is the top price. 8,160. Stop. Wow. Patricia, you're between 8,010 and 8,160. If you're right, you win yourself a snowmobile with thumb warmers, everybody. Greatest snowmobile ever. Light it up. Oh! Oh, $20 or something. Oh, Patricia, I'm so sorry. You're going to have frozen thumbs now. We'll be right back with more Price is Right. Don't go away.
There are moments you look forward to, and you shouldn't have to miss out on them. But sometimes a bladder control problem can cause unwanted interruptions. It doesn't have to be that way. Overactive bladder is a treatable medical condition. Enablex is a prescription medicine that can help reduce bladder leaks and accidents for a full 24 hours. Enablex is specifically designed to target the muscles that control the bladder, and more control means less interruptions. You should not take Enablex if you have certain types of stomach problems, glaucoma, or have trouble emptying your bladder. Side effects of Enablex include blurred vision and, more commonly, dry mouth, constipation, indigestion, and abdominal pain. Reduce bladder leaks and accidents for a full 24 hours, because there are moments you don't want to miss. Ask your doctor about once daily Enablex. For life, less interrupted.
When you're on treatment for rheumatoid arthritis, everyday things can still be tough to handle. Can you pull this? Fasten this? Grasp this?
Oh, yes, I can.
What about you? If you think your treatment isn't helping enough, ask your rheumatologist about Orencia. It's an RA treatment that's proven to make a difference for many patients who weren't helped enough by other treatments, relieving the symptoms of RA and controlling the advance of joint damage.
Do not take Orencia with another biologic medicine for RA due to an increased risk of serious infection. Orencia can cause serious side effects, including serious infections. Rare cases of certain cancers have been reported. Tell your doctor if you are prone to or have any infection like an open sore or the flu. If you have a history of COPD, a chronic lung disease, Orencia may worsen your COPD.
Talk with your doctor about Orencia. Why wrestle with the little things you can't do if you could be saying, "Oh, yes, I can."
Motherhood means victories are rewarded, dolls are rescued, and dinosaurs are saved. Motherhood means climate control, special orders, and teamwork. Motherhood means always giving 100%, because it's the little things you do for them now that make all the difference later. Juicy Juice, the very best juice for the very best kids.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Rich, we need one more contestant to make the show complete.
Here they
Where
come,
are they?
Drew. It's going to be Harvey Yaw. Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Harvey! Harvey, welcome to the show. Mr. Houston Astros right here in the front row. Nice to see you, Harvey. Oh, that is so nice. What's the first item up for bids, please?
It's a new washer and dryer. This cherry red washer and dryer includes 9 programs each and dual LED display for easy use.
All right, thank you. Brand new washer and dryer. Thanks, Brandy. Harvey, you're first. What do you bid for the washer and dryer?
It's easier at home. 3,500.
3,500. John. Fine student at Arizona State. How much?
1950.
1950. Angel.
2,500.
2,500. And
3,600.
3,600. All right. This is it, folks. Actual retail price is $25.98. Angel. Come on over here, Angel. Angel, I just talked to you during the break. You were a flight attendant for a major airline, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, a very famous airline, right?
Yeah.
What do we have for Angel today?
It's a new car. The Chevrolet HHR LS comes with standard equipment plus automatic transmission and engine block heater. The Chevy HHR.
Chevy HHR. Angel, have you ever seen this game? I have. So you know what it is. It's called Cover Up, everybody at home. Hasn't seen this game before. The price of the Chevy HHR is not $21,347. Oh, no, no, no. You have to cover up this first number with the 3 or the 1. You cover up the second number with the 4, 8, or 9, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if you're right, you got yourself a brand new Chevy HHR. You ready? Yes, start covering up. Here comes the 1. He's got a 9, 8, or a 4 to choose from. Checking with all his friends. There, goes out up the 8. He's got an $18,000 car so far. He's looking at the 9, the 2. It's gonna be the 2. Number 3 now. 4 has to be covered up by a 7, 1, 8, 2, or 0. 7, 1, 8, 2, or 0. It's an 8. And finally, the 7 needs to be covered up by a 5, 2, 6, 0, 3, or 1. Each goes for the 5. Angel goes for the 5. Okay, Angel. $18,285. Is he right? Don't worry about it, because as long as you have at least one number right, you get to keep on playing. You have to have, though, at least one number right. How many numbers does he have right? Wow, 3. Angel, I have good news and bad news. Good news is you have the first 3 numbers right. The bad news is the last 2 numbers have the most numbers to choose from, so you can have another one right. So go ahead and try to cover up the 8 or the 5, cover up the 8 and the 5. He's going for the 7 on this one. A lot of numbers to choose from, these last 2 numbers. Very difficult. And he's going for the 0. He figures 5 or 0 for the last numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. $18,270. Does he win himself a car? No. Does he have at least the 7 or the 0? The 0. Reprieve, Angel.
Bringing it down to the wire.
Yeah, bring it down the wire. You have cover up the 7 with the 1, 2, or 0, and the car is yours. All he needs is one number, folks. He's got a brand new car. One more number for a brand new car. Oh. He's going for the 2. Angel. Good luck, man.
All right, thank you.
It's rare that somebody gets this many chances on the cover-up game. $18,220. Is he right? What's the price? It was the 1. Angel, I'm so sorry, man. That was very close.
Thank you.
Oh, what are you gonna do, folks? Still the winner. Still gets to spin the wheel. Showcase Showdown is coming up. Don't go away.
I'm Todd Davis, and I'm here to prove just how safe your identity can be with LifeLock. That's my real Social Security number.
Leading the way in identity theft protection, LifeLock helps to keep your personal information safe, even in the wrong hands.
Someone steals my identity. He goes into an RV dealership to buy this $82,000 RV. Well, he didn't know that I had signed up for LifeLock. I get a telephone call, he gets arrested, end of story.
LifeLock is so certain of its identity theft protection services, they guarantee that if they can't stop it, they will fix it at their expense, up to $1 million. You'll also see a reduction in junk mail and pre-approved credit offers.
By calling right now, you can have LifeLock's industry-leading proactive identity theft protection, our wallet lock service, and $1 million total service guarantee absolutely free for 1 month. Simply call 1-800-882-9971. Mention free month. That's 1-800-882-9971 or go to lifelock.com.
To demonstrate the allergen trappers in Pledge, we've trapped Kimberly in this glass box with all this dust.
Well, it's only dust.
In that dust are allergens from pet dander and dust mites.
Ew.
Thank goodness Pledge with allergen trappers traps up to 84% of allergens in dust.
84%? That's...
Nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, no. That's great.
Allergen trappers. That's the beauty of Pledge. SC Johnson, a family company.
Mother, it's time you got the recognition you deserve. By cooking Tyson trimmed and ready chicken, you saved precious time.
Time we can spend looking for my hamster.
And helping me with a science project that's due tomorrow.
You may not get the thanks you deserve, but Tyson can make your job a little easier. Tyson trimmed and ready fresh chicken, hand trimmed to save you time, and 100% all natural. Saving time never felt so good.
Closed captioning paid for in part by the following.
What's in here is what's in here. Real strawberries, fresh cream, Breyers all natural. Extraordinary taste.
Contestants not appearing on stage will receive a lighted bird bath. Beautify your yard day or night with Kichler's lighted bird bath. Edge glass glows with color blending with unique Weatherstone. From Kichler, lighting that defines your style. And L Sterling Silver Portal Suite, a high-polished sterling silver collection in a bold design for the woman with flair, style, and personal expression from L Jewelry. And now, here's Drew Carey with our Showcase Showdown.
Thank you, Rich Fields. Joseph, you're going to spin last. Yes, you're our biggest money winner so far. Angel, you're going to spin second. So close on that car. I'm so sorry. And Patricia, you're going to go first. And set the tone for everybody. As close as you can to $1 without going over. You get 2 spins if you need them. There's Patricia's first spin. You want to say hello to anybody, Patricia?
I want to say hello to my mom and my dad. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. And a shout out to my girls, UCI School of Medicine.
Okay, there goes 75 cents. You going to keep it? Okay, she's going to keep it. She's not going to spin again. Not going to risk it. Come on over here, Angel. Give it a big spin. You got to beat 75 cents. Want to say hello to anybody?
Yeah, my girlfriend Felicia, Missy, Billy, Tony, and my parents, Angel and Teresa, are watching at home.
Okay, there you go. I hope they're watching at home. There we go. Coming up, 65 cents. Spin again. You need another 10 cents to tie, and you need 35 cents to get $1 on the nose. There goes 35 cents. I'm hoping for the $1 on the nose. There goes 35 cents again. And here comes 35. Come on, 35. Stop. Stop. Dollar on the nose. Angel got $1 on the nose. Come over there, Angel. $1,000 extra for Angel. Thanks for playing, Patricia. Joseph, boy, you got to cut out for you now. Yeah, now you got to get $1 or nothing. Just got to get $1. That's all you got to do is get $1 on the nose. Want to say hello to anybody?
Mom, Dad, Grandma, the boys out in the crowd, Blue, Dominic.
Okay, there you go. That covers a lot of people. $1 on the nose. Let's see what the first one's going to be. First one's going to be 30 cents. We got a lot of 30 cents today. Go ahead and give it another spin. 70 cents. This is what you want. 70 cents is right there. And there goes 70 again. And there goes 70 again. There's the 70. If it might have enough. It might. No, it's not going to do it. Not going to do it. He went over. Thanks a lot, Joseph. Thanks for playing. Angel, come on over here, buddy. Congratulations to Angel. Angel, you got a $1,000 bonus.
Thank you.
Yeah, the least we could do for you after the car thing. Boy, off by one number. So you get a $1,000 bonus. You get a bonus spin. I'm going to reset it. Get a bonus spin. It has to go all the way around. If it doesn't count, and there's no do-over. So make sure it goes all the way around. If it lands on the 5 or the 15, you get an extra $5,000. If it lands on the $1, you get an extra $10,000. Go ahead and get it. Okay, here we go. Looking for that 10 grand. He's looking for $10,000. There's the $1. I hope it comes around. Comes around. No, not enough. But you get a $1,000 bonus and you're going to the showcase. Congratulations, Angel. Showcases are next. Don't go away.
Quick, what's the only gel tab with a triple ingredient formula to start relieving your headache in just 15 minutes? Extra strength Excedrin. Go.
Need relief from constipation? Take Dulcolax and sleep on it. Dulcolax gives you gentle, effective relief overnight, while its comfort coating protects your stomach, so you feel like your natural self in the morning. Dulcolax, gentle, predictable relief.
What could you accomplish if you ate up to 30% less every day? Introducing Slim Shots, the breakthrough appetite controller in a great tasting liquid shot. A single serving can help you eat up to 30% fewer calories without feeling hungry. The secret is an all-natural blend of palm and oat extracts that triggers your body's appetite control mechanism, so you feel full. Call now or visit slimshots.com to learn how to get your free 1-month supply of Slim Shots. Just got 30% easier.
Bipolar disorder is challenging and can affect your job, family, and friends. For years, I had severe mood swings, racing thoughts, unusually high energy, and was extremely irritable. My doctor and I discussed my options. He prescribed Abilify.
Abilify helps control symptoms of bipolar mania and reduce the risk of manic relapse. Request your free information kit. Call your doctor if you have high fever, stiff muscles, and confusion on Abilify, as these may be signs of a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, as these could become permanent. If you have diabetes or are at risk for it, your blood sugar should be monitored. High blood sugar has been reported with Abilify and medicines like it. In some cases, extreme high blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Elderly people with dementia taking Abilify have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have unusual or worsening mood changes or thoughts of suicide. Other risks include dizziness upon standing, impaired judgment or motor skills, or trouble swallowing. Hundreds of thousands of patients have been prescribed Abilify. Ask your doctor if Abilify is right for you.
It seems so exceptional that things just work out after all. It's just another ordinary miracle today.
You give your time to others. CVS pharmacists do the same for you, with answers and advice about prescriptions and over-the-counter medications. And with 6,300 stores nationwide, many open 24 hours. We're always there when you need us. CVS Pharmacy, for all the ways you care.
The search is on for the greatest American dog.
He pees and poos on command.
It's a real dog-eat-dog contest. The greatest American dog. CBS, July 10th.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're here at the showcase round with Angel and Angela. Okay, Angela, you know how it works. You're the biggest money winner out of the two of us. You're going to go first. So you're going to see a showcase first. You can bid on the showcase or pass it on to Angel. Then you're going to bid on your showcases. Whoever's closest to the actual retail price of your showcase without going over, I can't stress that enough, without going over, wins your showcase. If you're within $250 of the showcase and you win both showcases. All right? Angela, you ready to see a showcase?
Let's see it.
Let's see it.
Poor little Nessie has never been thrilled with her nose. All her life, she'd been so self-conscious that she was soon known as the gal who always was hiding underneath one of her new cowboy hats. This collection of 4 Stetson cowboy hats will surely delight true fans of the Old West. Rugged elegance, detailed design, the fine tradition of quality and endurance continues on from Stetson. And Nessie hated to have attention of any kind, so she'd find ways to hide her face whenever someone took a picture with a new digital camera. Whether you're off to the beach or just a night out with friends, these digital cameras and accessories have you covered to cherish all of your memories. As a matter of fact, Nessie actually thought her nose got in the way of her view while watching a new big screen TV. This 47-inch full HD flat panel LCD offers a 1500:1 contrast ratio and 178-degree viewing. But then one day, a Hollywood director decided her nose was so spectacular that he wanted to feature it in a movie. And she got so famous for her proboscis that now she actually shows off her nose by driving around town with the top down in her new convertible. The Chrysler Sebring LX convertible comes with standard equipment plus a 2.4-liter engine, 4-speed automatic transmission, and daytime running headlamps. And now that Nessie loves to show off her famous nose, the only thing she needs to worry about is protecting it from the bright lights here at The Price is Right.
All right, thank you. Angela, what do you say? You want to bid on that or pass it on to Angel?
I'm going to pass it.
Passes it on to Angel. Angel, that's your showcase. What do you bid?
$23,300.
$23,300. Okay, Angela, here's your showcase.
Angela, your showcase begins with this beautiful new bedroom. Plaza del Sol by Broyhill brings the luxurious style of Southern Europe into your home. Handcrafted design details and a light ash finish add a sense of sophistication from Broyhill. Plus, a mattress set. The Supplepedic 6000 Queen mattress set and added riser from Strobel Technologies with its patented lever support system gives proven better sleep. MDs and chiropractors agree from Supplepedic.com. And there's this handy luggage. From Delsey Luggage, the 4-piece Helium Fusion luggage collection made with the strongest materials, lightweight, elegantly designed, and fully featured your travel companion everywhere from Delsey. And pack your bags because you're off to beautiful Tuscany, Italy. You and a guest will fly. Round trip coach from Los Angeles to Florence, Italy for a 6-night stay at the Villa Campestri, including daily breakfast for a cooking experience from Let'sGoCookItalian.com. Drink in the sensual colors, textures, and aromas of true Italian cuisine with this hands-on cooking experience. Explore the Tuscan region and all of its culinary delights from Let'sGoCookItalian.com. And Angela, the showcase can be yours if the price is right.
All right, Angela, what do you bid for all that? Checking with your friends.
$40,000.
$40,000. All right. We'll be right back. Find out who wins. Don't go away.
You may know me from TV, but I'm also a husband and father with family responsibilities just like you. So I understand the importance of life insurance. I have it myself, but it's not always easy to get extra coverage, especially as we get older. That's why so many people like Guaranteed Acceptance Life Insurance through the Colonial Penn program. People our age, 50 to 85, are guaranteed acceptance for permanent coverage at $7.95 per month per unit. That's about 25 cents a day. And the rate is locked in. There's no medical exam, no health questions. You can't be turned down because of your health. And the rate will never go up. The benefit amount will never go down due to age. Your coverage cannot be canceled. We all can use some extras these days, even life insurance. Lock in permanent coverage at $7.95 per month per unit. Call now.
Call 1-800-825-3900 for free information. That's 1-800-825-3900. There's no obligation. Call now.
If you're over 65, have diabetes, and are on Medicare, you may qualify for a free meter and limited time cookbook offer from Liberty Medical.
Every year, over 800,000 people rely on Liberty Medical for their diabetes testing supplies. The Liberty team can help you do the things you need to do so you can go on with your life and do some of the things you want to do. They'll talk to Medicare and your insurance company to see if your diabetes testing supplies are covered. They'll do all the paperwork. You'll have no forms to fill out, nothing to pay up front, and there's never a charge for shipping.
Call the number below to see if you qualify for a free meter from Liberty Medical.
Give them a call. They can help you live a better life.
Call today for your free meter. Plus, get a free diabetic cookbook when you join Liberty.
Call 1-800-641-6348.
Introducing 2 new varieties of the best Maxwell House ever. Rich dark roast and smooth breakfast blend. Made with the full flavor of 100% Arabica beans. It's a new morning. Let's brew some good.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Angel. Convertible car. You bid $23,300. Actual retail price, $32,034. A difference of $8,734. Angela. You had the room, the trip to Tuscany, you bid $40,000. Actual retail price was only $18,437. You were over. I'm sorry, Angela. Thanks for playing. Angel, congratulations. Angel wins the showcase. Angel won $35,632 worth of prizes today. Folks, don't forget to get your pets spayed or neutered. It's a very important thing to do for the pet population. Can't stress it enough. Thanks for watching Price is Right. See you next time. Bye-bye.
This is Rich Field speaking for The Price is Right, a Fremantle Media production.
The key to cracking $1 million password is in the clues.
Trial.
Judge.
Answer.
Verdict. It's in the connection.
Look at me.
But to win $1 million,
I'm a gambling man.
You gotta let it ride on a single word. Whoa. Regis Philbin hosts $1 Million Password. Premieres Sunday on CBS. Is back.
The news is so confusing and the world is so complicated right now. It's a lot to take in and to understand.